We are
Listen,
back
like,
live for Talk to Me Tuesday. Vernon just jumped in. I told him we were waiting for him to come, and he just now made it because he got off, but he missed some of the conversation, and we gonna re-catch him up and see how this go. They already said they wanted a part two. So what you missed at the end, Vernon, before I hopped off, is that Nicole jumped on, and of course Adam came on. Adam was just saying, we got to be really honest about what we want, and he said, sometimes he's been ghosted from women, or they haven't, they want him to chase them all the time because they up there, nose in the air. But then Nicole made it clear, maybe you just need that roster and don't always jump all the way in. Keeping your options open is always a better way to kind of go. And when things are not working out, either, make it clear this don't align and see how the next person operates. What are your thoughts?
I feel like, and I believe the best way to move is what you can live with. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta know who the fuck you are first. Know what you about. You gotta know your boundaries. A lot of people out here are moving around and they don't know their boundaries. So when someone's going past it or they're going past their own boundaries, they end up feeling, you know what I'm saying, like offended or finessed or whatever. Personally, in closing, it looks like this. I know that I can date multiple people and be totally cool. I also know that I'm totally cool being by myself. I used to be the
Right.
kind of I used to be the kind of person where when I find someone that I like, I'm pouring into them. I'm like they're experiencing a heightened version of me, right? A heightened version because I am acting in the I'm acting from the or living from the place that I see them and what I want. So that I may be way nicer, more considerate, X, Y, and Z. But the reality is, when I've done that, a lot of times, it was like it was too concentrated. People didn't know how to like receive how I was approaching them and what I was giving them. So I was like, all right, well, cool. So then that left me feeling empty and overpouring of myself. And
Yep.
then, when, you know, and I'm the kind of person, people are like, yo, why are you still single? I'm like, yo, like, when it's kind of people that I want, when I want someone, I'm like, hey, let's link up, let's connect. But when I'm done that, that's when chicks be hella cool, you know what I'm saying? Be hella like distant or whatever the case is. But then when I'm sitting back doing my 1 2 mind of my business, people want to be aware. Then when I'm nonchalant, I'm like, you don't like the reality is there's things that people want. Then there's a reality of how people actually move. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? You know what I'm saying? And so I've had women like, y'all want someone that's being honest and direct and tell me how you feel and we'll do the whoop. But the way I articulate how I feel is met with the reality of it's too much. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, if I listen, I date multiple people until it's real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to. I don't sell an idea. I'm honest how I feel, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. And some women want to be sold a dream. Oh, what's the move? What's the plan? Where we going? What's like
Yeah.
we ain't there yet. I don't even know you yet. Like I don't even know if you actually live with the reality of me yet. You like the light of me, but you don't know what goes in the environment to sustain that
Well,
light.
V, I
You
do
know?
want to go there with you because I feel like
Let's go. Let's
sometimes
go. Let's go.
you men will act like y'all want the body, like y'all be ready to push off and have some sex, but then when we have that question of what's the future, what's up, what's going on, now you looking at us like we crazy, saying what you just said. And like, well, what do you want? Because if I have a kid or if anything happens different while we in this area, my emotions go different when we in this area. How you gonna respond is very important.
For sure, but that's the dope thing about having a boundary and being real. You gotta know what you're getting, like as a woman, know what your why in something, right? Now, if you know that if you start engaging in any particular way, that you lose sight of the reality of what's happening, and they're trying to use, what I'm saying, for better terms, your JJ to get what you want. That's not reality.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like also
And people do.
now that my JJ is involved, Now you need to get on my program. Nah, that ain't the program. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not mutual, then it's not going to fit. You know what I'm saying? And so people, so whether a dude's trying to use his money, or people, or whatever you people trying to use to convince or to manipulate someone, rather to manipulate someone into being with them,
Come on.
it's gonna always end up into a conflict and toxic situation, because at the end of the day you are manipulating someone that the facts already showed you it wasn't that. Now if you want,
Oh, did his phone just die?
I gotta put it on do not disturb.
Oh, okay, I'm like, what just happened? Because I saw if you want, I'm like, oh, shoot. You back? We can't hear you. You know how it be when somebody call. They always throw it off. But I think he got great points, though. We got to be... We can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to be honest
Call come in.
what we want and what we need. Because when we
Yes.
not honest about what we want and what we need, and we don't know ourselves, we don't have our boundaries.
But here's this though. A lot of times what people want is not aligned with how they really are.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you, because therefore, if what you want isn't in alignment with who and how you really are, when you get what you want, you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna have the capacity to receive it.
Correct.
You're gonna mess it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to sustain that. You don't know how to encourage and affirm someone to continue to give you what they're giving you to fill you up. People are just takers.
That's the problem. Which is why I said these men do want to be chased at this point. They are in there taking part because I feel like they take it back from all that money they spent on all them dates with all them women who
Because
just
you need
was
to understand
doing
what's going
stuff
on.
for no
Yes.
reason. And they
Yes.
like, I'm tired of this. I ain't about to keep spending my money on none of you. If you want
Yes.
me to spend this check, then you better throw it back.
Yo, whatever my language is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like listen. Women want to
Make it worth
change.
my while.
Yo, like, and listen. A lot of time for guys, it ain't even always about the throwing it back. It's about how you pay attention to me. It's about how you listen to me. You know what I'm saying? It's how you know what I'm saying? Like, are you feeling wherever my blind spot is? Do you see what's happening? And are you being intentional about that? Like, hey, I saw you you only eat by this time. Like, so I can't bring you some lunch. Or like, yo, like, hey, been over your house a couple of times. I saw that. I'm gonna take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, right? Like, my thing is this: act like act like the title that you want to fulfill. And if the
Oh
person,
no, no!
no, no,
I
no, no,
was
no,
with
no,
you
listen,
until you said
listen.
that shit.
Now listen.
Oh, excuse my language.
Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down for
Yeah,
you.
you better break it down real quick. You
Because
got
look,
30 seconds.
because here it is. If the person across from you doesn't see that, you know what I'm saying, to see what you're doing, even even after you have conversations like, yo, I feel you, like this, because listen, at the end of the day, it's not like a men and women thing. Because reality is we all do the same thing, just in a different way.
And
In a
you
different way.
basically saying we need to be playing house though. That's the problem.
No, 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 no. You ain't gotta
You
play
said act
house.
like the title that you don't
Okay.
already have. Why? So I could be what? Feelings hurt with these expectations of thinking
See,
you was
see,
gonna
see,
give me
see,
something
see,
that I'm not gonna now
see.
have.
That's that. I'm glad you said that.
I ain't said what
No, no,
I say.
no. I see. Cause listen to your damn self. Listen. Feelings and expectations. Okay. No, you can do your job, but not have expectations. Like, yo, this is what I do.
Yeah, this
This
who
is
I
this
am.
is
I'm gonna
this is it's
naturally make sure
exactly.
you good.
It's
I'm gonna
if I feel
naturally make sure
if,
you okay. I'm
if
gonna
I see
naturally.
exactly,
Did you eat?
exactly.
You know,
Yes.
how are you
Now,
feeling? How's your heart? I'm gonna
exactly.
naturally do those things.
If I want the long term, that's how I'm being. I'm showing up like that. Now, if we start to connect, or if we're not connecting mutually, and it takes convincing for you to see what I'm doing, then I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna let
Well,
go.
hold on. How long do this interaction last
It doesn't.
before?
It doesn't. Listen, time
Come
isn't
on
all.
now. What?
No, no, it isn't like. It's not always like time isn't. It's not about 3 months, 2 months, 2 weeks. It's about how you all are connecting with each other. Because at the end of the day, people want a promise when it comes to building relationships. There isn't. Building something isn't absolute. Building to Ebony that who you are today wasn't an absolute timing. The relationship that you built with yourself, with your body, you get to know yourself wasn't an absolute timing.
It
Yeah, you get a
wasn't.
great you can get a great body in 3 months, but your drive, your dedication may not have like was probably messed up in the first 2 months.
Right.
You didn't really get activated in the fourth, fifth month and took it seriously. You
But
know what I'm
this is what
saying?
I'm saying.
But
We can't be playing with people's time when there's so many other options out here, V. That is
they,
not
they have
okay.
listen. I tell you when I've ever dated. Like listen, like I'm okay with you having your options, and vice versa. Listen. I am okay with that. All I care about is it like if just be honest with me, and let's have our checkpoints and how you feel before you start feeling a way about what I'm doing and not doing. Before you start feeling a way about what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, because you are expecting and you're assuming how you think I should be acting, and I don't even know. I don't even know you enough to know how I should be. What your space is. So unless we have a hey Vern, so can I talk to you for a second? Absolutely, what's going on? So like I'm kind of feeling how we been rocking and where it's going for real. I'm not saying I want a relationship right now. I'm just saying that that's where my mind is going to be. So you be abreast by how I'm feeling, where I'm coming from. I'm like, I get that. So then I know at that moment, do I continue to see her this way? This is me personally. Do I see her going in this direction or I don't? Or I'm like, you know what? I'm still firm with the idea. Let's keep rocking.
But
Now
I'm
then,
saying you will because you're a good man. But it's a lot of men out here playing games and they know good damn well that's not the case. And they still sitting here perping,
uh,
leading women on.
uh, there's still women
I'm gonna
out
speak
here.
for my ladies that was talking to me
It's,
earlier.
it's
Let me,
okay. And there's still women out here. There are still women out here that are doing the same thing in their own way. They ain't even communicate. They get mad at you first, and then have an argument. They ain't even fucking listening to you, and then want to double back. Like, let's have a conversation. You just offended me for the past 45. You ain't even like you already showed me how you conflict resolve. You already showed me that you really don't resolve conflict. You really just create more conflict. You know what I'm saying? It's not much. I like going to a grown adult decision with you, and you acting immaturely. I'm not. This doesn't. No, no. Don't get me wrong. Yes, as I said, men and women are doing the same thing in their own way. They're immature women. They're immature men. That's the reality. The whole thing about dating is to be able to shuffle the deck. Like, yo, this ain't working. It's cool. It's all right. We had our moment. You know what I'm saying? No, okay. We kicked it. It was a vibe. You wanted more. I didn't. We got to stop. Cool. All right. We kicking it. We both have a vibe. We enjoy each other. Great. Our communication is off. Now one misunderstanding turned to a disagreement. Turned to an argument. Oh yeah, we can't work out. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways. There's different like that things just don't work out for people. You know what I'm saying? But to vilify someone for doing the same thing you've done with somebody else, all because you're mad because it happened to you, chill out.
but for real, but that was the question though. It was all about chasing. Everybody was mad because I said that I'm not about to chase no man and that he need to have a seat, little mama. And I feel
That was
that,
that was funny. That was funny.
but he
I,
do.
I laughed. I laughed out loud.
It's some women stuff though.
I mean, but that's
Because
just
some
it
of
though.
them really do be wanting to be like this is me. I'm like, but my situation a little bit different than everybody else's because I've been in love with a man for over 18 years. So I've been trying my best to believe that it'll be more, right? But like you just said, there's so many people that's stuck into thinking that it's gonna be something more than what it clearly ain't, right? And that was the whole point of me saying I'm not chasing nobody, because if you want me, you gonna come get me. And it's women that's been with men for 10 years, for 5 years. The man is the one that got to get on his knees and propose. I can't propose to that man. That man got to make it clear that he wants me. And I'm saying men need to step up and make it clear about what they want, and women need to step up and make it clear about what they want. But if you tell somebody what you want and they ain't moving the way you need to move, then it's time for you to do what you need to do.
Yeah, I mean, if it's clear cut, you know what I'm saying? But I tell like this, I'm busy too. Sometimes I don't want to talk. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I don't want to keep reaching out. And listen, again, I have no problem dating multiple people. But if I like somebody and she's not showing me no kind of like initiation, hey, bro, I want to see you. Like, are you free this day? Cause listen, we're in this. This is it. Women have been evolving
There we go.
mentally. How you see yourself, you're adjusting to a different time and humanity right now, right? And a lot, and so therefore, you all want to change, but you don't
Right.
want us to change. You don't
No,
want
men
you
can
no no no
change
no no no
too.
no 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 no. You don't want us to adjust because reality is like you said earlier, right? The reality is the tables have turned, or they balanced. Like, yo, okay, now we know that you can go out and get it and you do your thing too. You win it too. I'm winning too. We both are busy. X, Y, we both want to feel like we're wanted. We both want to feel like the other person care. We both want to be like, yo, like, I don't want to always want to come on to you. I want to be coming, oh, shoot. Oh, you want me? We okay. All right. Okay. Oh,
Period.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Come grab my, you know, you own that? That's what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the
Right.
like with the person that we want, that's the reality. So therefore, again, I wrote it in my book. I said, listen, people want like we're in an iPhone 14 Pro Max era,
Come on.
but
Pro.
people are operating at a Nokia. You know what I'm saying? We're playing Snake with the hard buttons and wondering why. So imagine that operating system. So imagine if your iPhone 14 Pro Max had the operating system of the first Nokia. You know what I'm saying?
It's off.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the mindset of people when they're dating right now. They like, no, listen, things have changed. And that's why and that's why there's so much conflict going on. Because listen, women are like, oh, I know how a man feels. And then we tell you how we feel. You know what happens? When your feelings don't agree with it, you get upset. Like, nah, that ain't even how it is. Nah, you lying. What the whoa? How you gonna tell? You ask me how I feel. What's going on? I tell you because you don't agree with it.
You
You
men do the
what?
same thing, B. B, y'all do the same thing, bruh. I'm told
Okay.
all the time I'm crazy, or no, that's not the case, or you tripping, or you nagging. So don't you dare say that it's not the same thing when y'all say some stuff too. We
Yeah.
all need that level of understanding, and I feel like that's all it's
Yeah.
come down to is
Yeah.
everybody just
Yeah.
want to be
Yes,
understood.
yes, we all want to be understood, but too many people it's the people want who they want, and they too focused on who they want, even though who they want isn't even giving them the standard that they're putting on other people to give them.
Correct.
Again,
I
the
need that
again,
bell. I told y'all I'm getting the bell.
listen,
Say it
again,
again, B.
again. That's why people need to. It's not enough to know what you want, but your want needs to be aligned with the reality of you. So therefore, if the person that you want is not doing for you the same thing that you're putting on other people to do, you're tripping.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So how come how I'm happy, I'm good, I have a peace of mind when it comes to this love thing because on some real shit, like I'm not taking disrespect. I'm not taking being played over like nah unless I want to. Like, you know what? I'm doing this because I really want to. I got nothing better to do. I might just bug you until I'm tired of getting bugged up until I'm tired of it. Or whatever. Like, but I'm not head over heels with someone that really isn't respecting me.
So hold on. Miss Stinger said, yes, Vernon, conflict resolution is a biggie. Problem is we expect people to know how to do that in a healthy manner if they always been in a toxic environment. Where is the example?
So that's I'm glad she said that,
Me
right?
too.
I
Because
I I just talked to one of my homeboys the other day. He's asking me, Vern, why you single, all that stuff for real. And listen, bro. At the end of the day, people even with my success, all that other stuff. I said when it comes to communication and all this, right? People are so hopped up on we weren't taught. Yes, it's reality. We weren't taught, but the difference for me is that I sought after it. I sought after having a better form of communication. I
yeah,
was about, I asked myself more hard questions than I asked someone else. I
yes,
knew, I knew, I dated and intentionally did my shadow work to know where I was messing up at, and how I was bringing into things and what I wasn't doing. So much so that I'm way more patient with people. I get it. I allow them to be human. So the conflict resolution, I saw the conflict within myself that I can live with myself.
hmm,
Therefore, like when I have a conversation, I know I'm not arguing, I'm not fighting with you because you're not even listening to me. I have my boundaries up. You're not listening. You're right now. You're reacting to how you feel, and how you feel is reacting to how you feel, not to
or
what's
your
really happening.
perception.
Yes,
Because sometimes they're
exactly.
operating off
I-
their experience and not
Yes,
what happening. This ain't what's happening right now. Calm down.
exactly,
See me for
exactly.
what it is. See me for where we're at right now, not 7 years ago or not. See this
Yeah,
moment. And
yes,
like she said, when you're
and,
used to that trauma,
if you
it's
can't,
hard.
if you have, if and I encourage people not even to fucking date until
They fixed that.
they fix that.
You
You know
got
what I'm
to.
saying? Because if you haven't fixed that, that's going to stop you so much sooner than later. No matter how much you try to act a certain way, act pretty, or whatever you try to do, that's going to stop you at the door. And, and,
Yep.
and you wonder why people won't let you into their heart. You know what I'm saying? Because you fighting with it yesterday. You even here with me right now.
Yep.
In conflict, because listen, I look whenever I date, I look for the first time we have a disagreement. I want that. Show me. I want to show me how you think about stuff. Show me how you really process. I look for that. To me, that's practice.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? Now I'm like, oh, this is how you be going off the handle. You be yelling. You be da 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 da. Okay, okay. Thank you.
I value the disagreement time because like if
Yes.
something came up, I love it for you to be like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Or the communication is just really important to me. And when I let you know how I'm feeling and what's going on, I'm looking to see how you respond. Because I'm a communicator, because it's a lot going on in this head. And if you're
Come
gonna
on.
tell me I gotta be on mute to talk to you, then this ain't gonna work. Cause yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Exactly. And I respect it. I respect the different placement. I respect what we had differently. Like, I get it.
So
I get
Toya
it.
said, I heard a great quote today before. Listen to understand, not to respond. Many times we are so focused on what our rebuttal is going to be when instead we should focus on what is being said. And that
That's in my book. It's my book. That's definitely my book.
she might got the book then. Okay, so how do we get this book?
AuthorVernonJackson.com. AuthorVernonJackson.com.
Andrea said that's deep. Speak, Vernon. Yes, fix your first for the best future. Yes, you got to fix
Yes.
yourself, man.
Yes. And listen and we're talking shit right now, but I mean that the most. The best thing I ever done was to learn how to love my own human being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And learn how to love me and the most direct and direct way by understanding my heart story.
Yes.
And I define that in my book. I talk about like, listen, you gotta understand like, yo, what and where you came from, what the things that you experienced that you allowed shape you for the person that you are right now, that you reacted out of immaturity, out of hurt, X, Y, and Z. How do you look at those moments as a calm down version of you? Do you still have the same perception and perspective? If you know what I'm saying, like, do you? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So if you again, if you haven't, and we say healed, mean like not gotten to a place in your life where you're like, man, I don't hear about that no more because you got far away from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, it's still there. But if you haven't healed from it, meaning that you have like, okay, have a different perspective out of it. It doesn't
Right.
affect you. It doesn't like nothing that seems to look like that triggers you anymore. If you ain't there,
Yes.
if you are not there, then baby, you're not ready to have a mature dating relationship as an adult. You know what I'm saying? After 25, especially after 28, 30, if you haven't asked yourself hard questions and healed from all that before in your 20s and teens, no, you would never be because you're not going to be able to treat someone with the respect like yo, like I see your heart. You're not going to be,
Hmm.
you're not, if forget treating them, you won't be able to receive it. You won't even be able to receive it because you're still full of.
Like, what is you?
Listen, too many times. I've dated too many women that were like so dope, that were so dope and had great potential, but at the end of the day, they really wasn't. They were still developing. They were still evolving. You know what I'm saying? And listen, reality is I don't listen. I know a lot, but I'm not perfect. And the thing is, when it comes to you, I'm still. You got to teach me you. I don't know you. No matter how much you
Right.
like me, no matter how much you want me, baby, I don't know you.
So
You know what I'm saying?
what
Like,
I'm supposed to say? I like you
but
a lot.
yes, listen, the liking, and the enjoyment, the chemistry is designed to give you the feeling to feel you. It's passion to
But
feel
you should
you.
feel it then. Why you don't feel I like
Listen,
you then?
listen, listen. You're supposed to feel. It's supposed to fuel you, right? But the work happens when it's time to educate the other person on you.
Yeah.
Or like yo, and that's why y'all have to listen to understand, and not to be like, oh, that's why I look for the conflict. Okay, I didn't know you thought like that. Okay, great, because conflict will show you the areas that the person was holding back
Yes.
because they didn't want to they want you to see this part of them or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you gotta. I'm trying like people don't.
But get
They,
that, you gonna get me. But I want to ask you that because
yeah.
too, when I used to date when I was younger, I was always told like, no, you can't say that on the first date, or like you can't do that. And like now I'm at the point where like I just have to be me. Because if there's I, this too soon for this conversation or that's too soon for, then he just got to know who I am. Because then now I'm faking this date or I'm faking this encounter because I'm like, oh yeah, you can't say that, you can't say that. But what if I feel that? Is
Okay.
talk about that for the women that's
Okay.
watching.
So that's a great perspective. The thing is, it's like this. All right. I got it. I was telling a friend of mine this other day. You, the way women feel about a dude pressing for sex, like we sound like if a dude's trying to like touch you, whatever the case is, and trying to, and every part of the conversation you turn into a sexual conversation. Like you say, oh, I looked up to the sky today. Well, yeah, when you looked up to the sky, I bet your booty was hot.
Ah!
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, you look down, like you're like, you know what I'm saying? You make every when you do that, when women make relationship type jab type things, it turns off the same way. The same way. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Okay, I mean, I get it, but are we even there yet? Like, you tell me you're a boundary, but do you even like me like that yet? Do you even see me in this space with you yet? Then why are we talking about it?
Right.
If you if you don't know if you even like me like that, or if you don't see me as a future, if you don't have a connection with me, or if I'm just like whatever, like, then why are we talking about what aligns with the long term? We're on this date too.
Oh, but they say make your expectations clear, and you want to make sure this person has some of the qualities or don't have some of the qualities. So, how do you find that out? I do want to know whether or not you want kids on the first date because, damn it, I may not want none or I may want some. So, it'd be good for us to have this conversation now. I want to know you got 4 or 5 kids on the first date. You don't wait to date 8 to tell
No,
me you got
no.
5 kids. You don't wait to day 5 to tell me you
Listen,
got 5 kids. You
ooh,
need to
let's
say
talk
that
about
off
that.
rip
Let's
about how
let's
many kids you got, that you stay with your baby mama or whatever. That stuff need to be clear. Men want to dick you down and then, or they want to date you and all of that, get you in, then be like, oh yeah, I got bad credit. I actually been living at the shelter. I'm trying to figure out where my dog gonna go. Like they got all this stuff going on, and you like, hold on, what?
yeah,
This
yeah,
is what we're dealing with as women.
yeah. And dudes are dealing with yo like shit like this like oh shit like she want you go out with her for real. Oh yeah, my baby daddy crazy. Oh, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me. Are you dating who? Oh, okay. Oh, you was my homeboy. You knew that? Okay. All right. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, don't get it twisted.
What?
Listen, there's narratives. You know what I'm saying? And even and I put like this for real. Even, like when it comes to like when it comes to dating, right? You can get everything you're looking for, right? You don't have to ask, be direct. Just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? For now, some things gotta be direct about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, oh shit, like it's crazy. Like, you something comes like that's why I don't be rushing anything all the time. Like, I'm not gonna rush. If something comes up in a conversation that let me ask about that. If that happens, cool. But I'm not gonna rush the process with you. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that. I don't have to because the way you live is gonna show me anyway. You know, and I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna do anything that I'm not gonna take ownership of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for if we smacking, then that's what we doing. Like, I'm not worried about like, oh, like until it gets serious. Like, oh, you get or whatever. Like, and dating women with children, that's them right there. A lot of women with children have poor time management. You know what I'm saying? And they make their kids. They want relationship, but they make their kids their world, and they want no, but they don't know how to provide the space to be intentional about the person that it is. So therefore, like yo, like nah, if you ain't got time for, just don't date, or don't date me, don't entertain me. Then why don't go out on a date with me if you won't have time?
Same with men.
Exactly. I'm liking the fact that you say same with men. Because what it's saying is that at the end of the day, like I
Cause
said earlier,
you can't, I don't date men with kids because a real father, I can't argue with. The baby got something to come up. I can't argue with the date being. I can't argue with shit when it come to your child. Therefore, if you a real one, you really don't even got time for me. That's priority, and I understand that. That's how I feel.
yes,
You
yeah,
know what
and
I'm
that's
saying?
and I get that too. But here's the here's the bounce to that though. If you cancel a date, hey, I can't do that, but I'm definitely free on this day. Let me make this up.
Yeah,
Or
but you
or
need to
or
be the
or
one to
or,
say that.
or exactly. Or let me, you know what I'm saying? Or let me do X, Y, and Z for. Or let me bounce this out if you're intentional. But people just be like, I just want you to understand what's happening, but you ain't doing it on the back end to fill in what you just emptied out. You know what I'm saying?
You
Nothing. You're
right?
not even being intentional. You know. So then again, so I say, no, great for showing me that part of you. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you come back and you want to talk about it, I tell you the truth. But if you're not seeking the truth, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm like, no, it's cool. I'm gonna chalk it up, move on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but again, we all going through the same shit, just in different languages.
Yes.
You
So we
know?
gotta communicate.
Yeah. It's okay to have a conversation. We can
Now I want
talk.
to make sure you don't miss it. She said, "Okay, Vernon, marry me, Vernon." Thank you for sharing your wisdom through your growth and experiences. The authenticity is so fresh. So we definitely appreciate you
Thank you.
coming on, Vernon. And
Thank you.
Miss Stinger said that she think it'd be a dope to have a relationship based support group. These are great discussions that will help everyone, single or married. Set it up, Vernon. Like we can
Yeah.
set it up if
T-
you want to set it
t-
up.
t- Trust me. That actually, after the back in like December to January, I was looking to start the Looking Glass conversation series, right? But then my gifted things just started like going crazy. So, but I'm getting my life together to try to find the right balance to allow and create everything, allow everything to happen intentionally, you know, even if it's like once a month or something like that, for real, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Well,
I'm getting my life together. Thank you
keep
for that.
us
Thank you for the
keep us
encouragement.
informed.
For
Keep us
sure, for sure.
informed. And let's see. Anybody else say anything else? Agree. Clear values and expectations early. Definitely. Well, wanted to make sure we got everybody down who
Thank
made an
you.
opinion. We be down to contribute from a marital standpoint. Okay, thanks for letting us
For
know.
sure. For sure.
Especially
And then
15
there's
years
that.
in. They've
And
been
then there's that. Like this. Like listen. Like married people. Like they know. Like the people who have long lasting relationships are those that said leaving was not an option. We got to figure this thing out. We got to feel like I'm here to figure this out with you. I'm not your enemy. And the one that are not even the one that doesn't stay together. But the healthy was like, yo, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your enemy.
right.
I'm not like I listen. If I did it, if I didn't do it maliciously, I did it ignorantly. I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm tired. Let me be tired. Listen, because relationships is work.
They are.
It's work. It's work. So you working a full time job and you dating somebody and you gotta discover them. That's a like
And
listen like
yourself.
in yourself. Why you with them? So look. So if you look at it from that angle, your patience is like damn. That is tiring. I
Uh,
am tired of like that. There's like
it's a
for real.
responsibility.
Yeah. I'm just saying like I
That's
don't.
why I be like, the single life may be what it is, because I don't know
Listen.
if I'm about to put
Listen.
all this time in with somebody else again. I'm glad I ain't in jail right now. Okay.
Yeah, because you nuts. You bless your heart. Bless,
I keep
bless your
trying to
whole
tell
heart.
people. I literally,
Bless
when
your
men be
whole
trying to
heart.
holler, I be like, bruh, I'm crazy. Just go ahead and keep walking, bruh. Because if he
Yo,
was just with me for 18 years and didn't marry me, clearly it was me.
yo,
Okay. I'm just
it's
going
it's
to
it's
say it was me.
it's I've dated someone like some people are great to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, but they're not designed to be your forever spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like your forever partner. And the best thing is again, like you gotta know. I talk about my book having your dating categories, but you gotta know where the reality that people align with you at, and what you're actually open to. You know what I'm saying? You don't just date people you're bored. You should because you wasted people's time and without being clear with them. If you know again, if you know that you have a heart that connects real strong after kissing, after touching, or whatever, or spending too much time, you gotta know that's your handicap, and
Right.
you gotta be accountable to your handicap and how
Yeah.
that handicap may affect something and mess up something prematurely because you couldn't control that. And then if it does step up and step out, you gotta be like, yo, I apologize for that side of it. If you don't know yourself enough to be able to apologize when your
Yeah.
handicap start messing up shit, again, you're not ready for the long term.
Yeah.
You
You
like
gotta
what
be
people
accountable.
yeah, people are just way too entitled out here for whatever they because I got a degree. Oh, I got good credit. Oh, I got money. Oh, I look good. Like listen, all because you got those things make that does not make you entitled to me, to
Right.
my commitment, to my heart. No, no. Where do people get this shit from? This shit pisses me off.
I know.
I'm like, where do you get entitled to feeling like that is enough for me? I can't even tell you how I feel about you when you are hurting my feelings. But you want me to spend my hard-earned money on you or my time with you? No, no. That's like we get to do that.
Well,
We
yeah.
get to we get I date someone like I get to do this. Not yeah for sure. Yeah, just got straight to the point and don't BS yourself. Yeah, I mean you know what I'm saying. Hey, listen again. There is no finite way. What I'm giving is perspective. You know what I'm saying for real. I'm giving perspective, and I know I've experienced enough relationships with people at a beautiful level, and I know that I know how beautiful my love is when I can
Yeah.
share it. So therefore, I know it exists. You know what I'm saying? So for a long term, if it's like a monogamous or direct partnership with somebody, like you gotta be an outstanding person. I'm not settling. No, I'm already no. If you don't know if you can't inspire me,
Right.
if you can't if you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you know how to affirm me, if you're so busy about your pride and your ego to show me love, no, I can't go.
It's a no for me.
It's gonna be limited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be physical. It's gonna be temporary or whatever. Yeah. So if I'm not inspired by you to become better, this is why you being you. You ain't gotta be like, you got Vern, go do this, because you gotta go do it. I'm trying to inspire you. No. Your very nature has to be
Should.
inspiration. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
you gotta inspire me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not around you, like no, like you ain't gotta yell at me like babe, like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not moving a certain way, I'm like, yo, you're not moving like well, babe, honestly with you, I feel like you could be, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm missing this. I'm like, all right, you ain't gotta tell me. You ain't gotta tell me. You ain't gotta yell at me. If the very way you speaking to somebody, you let them know that what you missing, that what you missing, and they're not trying to be intentional about feeling that shit. There's nothing to talk about. No, we're not
Period.
going any further than this. No, because you can't teach people that. They gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach people how to be connected as a human being about no, you can't. You can't. You know what I'm saying? And I put in too much work into me and to love me than to settle for the least you can give me.
Yes. That's where I'm at. Because the healing takes so much work. It takes so much time. And you finally get to a
Woo,
place where you
woo.
there and you feel like it's this and well, yeah, I'm not going backwards. I'm not going back.
Oh no, I feel too good by myself.
Yeah, I don't
You
want to
see
be
my
hurt
life.
again.
You see my. Listen. You see the glow. Look at my eyes.
I know,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
I know,
No,
right?
I'm happy. You look around me and see how. So if you look around me, see how life is developing around me. You come to my house, got my plants. My plants are healthy. My dog is healthy, kicking it. You know, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Every listen, life is brilliant right now
Right.
because I'm aligned with you. So if you're not aligned with that, don't think that you gonna come into my no. I'm not. You're not. You're not. So yeah. So I'm worth you being intentional. Listen, I'm worth you saying, hey, I like you. I want to talk to you. Can I see you?
Hold on.
You know
So
what
you
I'm saying?
saying, hold on. Don't be saying, so you think women
Yeah.
should shoot their
No.
shot?
Yeah. No. Like listen.
In
My thing is this.
2023, I should shoot my shot.
Listen. I put it like this.
Cause I ain't
So,
pushed down on no men. I feel like I get
listen.
friends on for every dude I like. So
No,
you telling
listen.
me if I like him, I should just say, look,
Nah,
I
you
like
know, a shot shoot like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see you. I thank you so much. Like, and see how it goes. Or liking some pictures and whatnot. Or, you know what I'm
him.
saying?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing like, hey, whatever. Like, you ain't got, it's like, again, there's a level, like, there's, if someone isn't seeing you, if someone isn't seeing you, then they're not going to see you,
Right,
regardless of what the fuck you do. But
right,
at least, but your job, but your job is to at least let them know that you see them. Because listen, there are more women that want to be in relationships than dudes do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not, so if you got a crush with somebody and they don't know, then that's on you. You know, if you see someone and they don't know, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? For real, for like, is it now? But you got to check your expectation though. That's too much. Oh, women, people. It's not. Listen, it's like when dudes feel like when at the gas station take they shot, and I've been fucking in bitch. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's how women act when a chick take her shot and a dude don't give the energy back. Like, oh, you must be gay or something. Or I don't care. Or you must be da da da. Like, yeah,
They
yeah,
say that.
yes. You be listen. You just don't hear dudes talking shit about it. But dude, listen. women that try to take their shot and it's not mutual. Like, oh, thank you, I'm cool. Like, oh, what's they start pressing, they start being hella like mean. I'm like, oh my god, I thought you liked me.
I did like you until you said you ain't
I
you
know,
was cool.
right? I know.
What?
Yeah, listen, there's gas station niggas and gas station chicks out here. Crazy.
Wow.
Yes, yes. That's the entitlement. That's the entitlement. That's the
What
entitlement.
a day it was
Yo,
a day. Oh my
listen,
goodness.
I gotta go. I gotta get my laundry and stuff. But
Go
you know
ahead,
what I'm
King.
saying?
I'm
I'm
so
just
glad you was
saying.
able to join us.
Yes, AustinVernonJackson.com. Follow me on all the social medias. You know what I'm saying? Like the best number one, the word period. You know what I'm saying? It's my TikTok and my IG. You know what I'm saying? And more information about what I got going on is in the links in my bios. You know what I'm saying? Like engage. You know what I'm saying? For real. And my closing thoughts is this: if they don't know, and you have the language, the words, whatever the actions to speak it, and they don't know, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get one life. You only get one life to experience this thing called life. And if you want love, you want all that stuff, you gotta show up for it too. You gotta do your part. You gotta be vulnerable. You gotta be honest. You gotta be intentional. You ain't gotta be angry. You just take your time. If you're not there, you're still reacting to people. If you're still reacting to people, you know what I'm saying? Because you're getting triggered, you're not healed. You're not healed. You know what I'm saying? You're not healed. You're not healed. Okay? Then go get your
The
healing.
help you need.
Yes, go get your healing. Listen, and at this point, if you've grown, there's no less. Most of the world wasn't taught how to be anything. But the ones that win are those who sought after what they needed for tools to get what they needed in order to win. Who are you going to be?
Thank you so much, V. I appreciate you. Thank you all so much. We had to jump back in. If you missed it, make sure you go and look up all the other posts before this one. But I am so glad that we was able to get blessed by the King, Mr. Vernon. Again, his book is available, ladies. Make sure you get it. We appreciate it. And thank you so much again.
Hey, hey, listen. For you, the world.
Love you, V.